Oh, look, it's been an extraordinary day across Syria, across those areas held by rebel forces that fell into their hands over the last 6 days in the case of Damascus, just a few days prior in the case of the cities of Homs and Hama and Aleppo as well. You can see behind me the central square here in Damascus. It's Umayyad Square. There are people still out here in their thousands celebrating. It's being dubbed Victory Day for Syria, for the revolution that began in the year 2011 and only now was able to oust Bashar al-Assad. Throughout the day we've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of people with the flags of this new Syria, the independence flag or the opposition flag. It's a brand new thing to see here in Damascus. You couldn't have been seen alive with that flag until 6 days ago. So out here in the streets of Damascus, that green, white and black with the 3 red stars in the middle has now replaced the old Syrian flag, the red, the white and the black. But also what is new is that people here can chant anti-Assad songs. They can talk freely about what they think about the regime beforehand, and they can also talk freely about their hopes for the future. There is a little bit of uncertainty, of course. There is no clarity as to what exactly is going to happen after this temporary transition that is supposed to end on the 1st of March. The man in charge of that temporary transition is the interim Prime Minister. He spoke at Friday prayers here in Damascus's main mosque. And there was a call, in fact, from the rebel leader. He wanted people to go out on the streets and celebrate this momentous day, a historic day for Syria, not just here in Damascus, but across the country.
And quickly, Philip, tell us about the Israeli attacks in Syria.
Well, those continue. There is a presence from Israel in the skies over Syria, but also on the ground. In the skies, airstrikes again heard last night that rattled the windows in central Damascus. There have been hundreds of Israeli airstrikes on military targets. Israel says that what it wants to do is keep weapons from falling into extremist hands. Now, the truth is that Syria, this new Syria, doesn't have a policy or a stance toward Israel. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Turkey saying that he wants to see a Syria that is not a threat to Syria's neighbors. Of course, he's talking about Israel there in part. Israel's presence on the ground, that is in the buffer zone between Israel and Syria, and it includes incursions by Israeli troops into Syrian territory. They have not retreated yet from those positions.